Hey there, guys. On this episode of Texas Beer Reviews, we will be looking at The Salty Lady by Martin House Brewing Company out of Fort Worth, Texas. This is listed as a tart refreshing Gose, which, Gose is a wheat beer brewed with usually about 50% wheat, and it's brewed with coriander and salt. And it's going to be a tart or sour style beer, traditional German style. It says on their website that they ferment this with their house saison yeast, so it gives it a little bit. I guess it's their twist on the style, and it's 5.2% alcohol by volume. There's no IBUs listed. It's probably not going to be very high. Just being a Gose is typically pretty low for bitterness, if any. And this is available year-round. You should be able to find it pretty much anywhere around here. Here in Houston, HEB, any of the specs, probably Kroger's, things like that. On Beer Up Kit, it has an 85 score, which is classified as very good, but only 12 reviews, so there's not a whole lot of reviews on it. There's 103 ratings, and it has a 3.81 average, which is pretty solid. And on Untappd, it's got a 3.58 average, so a little bit lower, but it's sometimes typical for Untappd, depending on what it is, with quite a few thousand ratings there, which generally is a lot more ratings on Untappd, of course, than Beer Advocate. That's pretty much it for information on the beer so far, as far as general information. So I'm gonna actually put this box here, so now you can actually see the beer when I pour it. Well, after I set it down, I suppose. All right, so got a pretty thick head, about 3 fingers. You can see it's also pretty hazy. You can see through it just a bit, but typically it's a hazier style beer, similar to the Hefeweizen that we reviewed earlier, or I reviewed earlier. Pale straw, light lemon color. The head receding decently. Usually with Goses or things of the style, it's got a lot of prickly carbonation, typically. Something more akin to soda in a sense. Maybe not so much, but a bit of a similarity there. But let's check out the nose. Oh yeah, so there's lots of lemon characteristic. You get a lot of coriander. You get bits of that. You get a bit of wheat malt in there too as well. It's a lot of lemon, a lot of coriander, spiciness to it. I guess I would say probably similar to more of a wit beer or saison. Actually, you can pick up that. I guess their house saison yeast a little bit different than a lot of other Goses out there. Of course, there's not too many that you can really find brewed here in Texas. But you can see the head's already receded pretty much well. A bit of lacing, it kind of slides down the glass pretty quickly. But let's check out the taste here. I've actually had this beer quite a few times. It's one of my favorite shelf beers here, but I'm going to do a review on it. So anyway, cheers. Well, yeah, so carbonation seems a little prickly at first, but actually it's not too intense. It's pretty soft. It's very lemony. Yet not too much tartness, honestly. It's pretty light, not too acidic. It's pretty very drinkable in that sense. Coriander, A bit of spiciness on there really comes out, and definitely a nice wheat malt backbone to it. And it lingers there. You get a little tartness there that lingers on it, that lemony kind of aspect, but it's a lot of lemon, spice, and you get a nice wheat malt character there. Interesting how it's lemon, some spice in there that kind of comes towards the middle, and kind of lingers on throughout. That malt character finishing pretty big, along with some of that lemon. The mouthfeel is medium thin to, I'd probably say. It's got a light creaminess to it, but it's very, very drinkable. So the carb is not as high as I guess you would expect. I don't have this beer super often, but it's actually pretty low carb there. What I would say. I guess for the style or other I've had within the style. But it's a good beer. It's a great beer overall. I guess for the style, I felt I'd probably get about 4 out of 5 stars. Nice, refreshing, lemon quality. You want something that's has a bit tartness to it. Especially works well on how hot it is during the summers here. This is a really good beer to go for. There's a few other tart style, or I guess tart beers you can buy off the shelf here, but this is definitely one of my favorites, just because it's so well balanced as far as the acidity. It's not too sour, but it's got a nice, slight kick there, just to, let it know that it's there. But pretty much it for this beer. You should I don't know if I mentioned. I think I already mentioned. You should be able to find this one pretty easily around. Here in Texas, I pick it off the shelf. Here in town pretty easily. So, but anyway, think global and drink local, and cheers.